So November 22nd, 2024, you had Uzziah Shell, 16-year-old Uzziah Shell. It said he was killed near Golfy Street, but another map said it was on George Street. So November 22nd, this is 13 days ago. A 16-year-old was gunned down. It was a drive-by. Some kind of vehicle with some kind of person pulled out a gun, shot the guy while he was walking down the street. This is near Hill House High School. Happened on a Friday, 2:30 p.m. in broad daylight. He's going to be taken to Yale New Haven Hospital, where he's going to die. A bullet had struck a school bus. So while they were shooting and killing Uzziah Shell, 16-year-old Uzziah Shell, a bullet had struck a school bus, but nobody else was injured. Now people are saying this is senseless gun violence. They're talking about Uzziah Shell. They're saying that he was engaged and eager to learn. He had charisma. He was respectful. He had an unassuming manner and a heartwarming smile. Now they said that they found a suspect vehicle and that they were scanning the vehicle for DNA. Now let's just take a look at how many views just this video has. 123 views. 123 views. This happened 2 weeks ago. People are going on and on about that one guy that was shot in New York. But this guy, this 16-year-old, he's forever young. That guy in New York was 50 years old. So that means he's got 34 years on this guy. Uzziah Shell. R.I.P. to Uzziah Shell. I got some pictures pulled up here. Here's another picture of him. This says Fox 61. And there's 201 views. So why do we have so much attention for some rich fucking millionaire? There's a $10,000 reward, a $50,000 reward. And yet when Uzziah Shell is gunned down and killed, a 16-year-old, a good, unassuming, respectful, charismatic, engaged, eager to learn, 16-year-old. There's no massive manhunt. The media is covering it. But we're not trying to piece any of it together. The public, the society, the police, the mayors, the state. This is in Connecticut. This is in Connecticut. And so here's one map. Says that it was on George Street and Winthrop Avenue. So on George Street and Winthrop Avenue, this is a shooting in New Haven, Connecticut. And of course, Connecticut, we just had Thanksgiving. This is one of the main spots for the pilgrims. So you have right off Derby Avenue. This is right by Ella T. Glasso Boulevard. You got North Frontage Road, Sherman Avenue, Chapel Street. So you got a couple roads there. I don't know exactly how these two maps fit together. But you have, here's where the 16-year-old was shot. It just has a red dot here in the middle of no man's land. But we know from that last map, it's between George and on the corner of George and Winthrop. And then here's a 17-year-old that's shot. So if you just kind of put the pieces together, you probably, think about a mile radius. They're in a car, so technically you have I-91 North right here. So technically, anybody could just come down the interstate, get off the interstate, and then just, 5-10 minutes. But my first, instincts would be it's between these two. It's probably somebody on Dixwell Avenue. And then I would have just like a 1 mile, half-mile radius. And then just, have everybody just kind of canvass the neighborhood, have everybody looking out for things, trying to see what could be found. I even heard that there was some kind of surveillance. They saw the car that had shot. Have they released the surveillance to the public? This was 13 days ago. 13 days ago. So 4 days ago, that 150-year-old guy in New York City had got shot. The guy at the health group, the health insurance guy. So a millionaire, a health insurance guy, had got shot down. And yet when you have Uzziah Shell killed, there's no outrage. There's no public outrage. Society isn't clamoring to find the murderers, to stop the violence, to get justice. Where's all the massive manhunt? Where's all the Connecticut State Police? Is the FBI on this case? Does the FBI give a damn? So I would just have a 1 mile radius between each of these 2 dots, and it could be, anybody, anywhere. But that would just be my instincts, starting off to begin with. Then you have 2 teens that are killed in less than 2 weeks. Well, they both went to Riverside Academy. Now that's interesting. They both went to Riverside Academy, which was an alternative school, which could be both good and bad. Maybe it's like Sudbury Model. Maybe it's like a private school. Maybe it's like a school for the kids that are a little rambunctious. You had 2 teens that have been killed. Now, I don't have much details, or I got details, but I don't have many pictures on the other guy. The other guy is Daily Jackson of New Haven. Now, he was killed December 3rd, 2024. He's a 17-year-old. Now, they knew each other, but that's the extent of the relationship. Mostly, if you go to school, everybody kind of knows everybody. So, does that mean anything? I don't think that means much. You also had a 57-year-old, a 50-something-year-old, 57-year-old that had got killed, and there's been 14 homicides in Connecticut total. So that's not many homicides at all. Don't they have police in Connecticut? Don't you have judges and court officials? Don't you have a governor? You got a lot of government officials. You would think that you should be able to get down to the nitty-gritty and find out who the hell did this. Connecticut's one of the smallest states out there, so I'd presume smaller population, but proportional to investigators versus... So, Daily Jackson, the guy's name is Daily Jackson. He got shot and killed December 3rd, 2024. They found a stolen vehicle. They're scanning it for DNA. Did they find the DNA? Does the DNA match anybody? We're not being told any of this. There was a press conference that a police officer had given. Now, Daily Jackson was a junior at Riverdale Education Academy. He knew Uzziah Shell. That doesn't mean much. Now, this is an alternative school, and so I don't know what it could be, frankly. It could be something, or it could be nothing. Oh, he looked at me wrong. Oh, he dissed me. Oh, he accidentally stepped on my shoes. Oh, he raised his answer. He said I was wrong. I gave a wrong answer in class, and he got the right answer, and that made me feel stupid. Carl Jacobson is the police chief. He says that the stolen vehicle that they found is being processed. Okay, take your fucking time there, Carl Jacobson. And Daily Jackson, just like Uzziah Shell, was shot in broad daylight in the road, in the middle of the road. He was just walking by, got shot and killed. Now here's another picture of Uzziah Shell. So, he's got his angel wings, he's got a little halo over him. Uzziah Shell. So he was born in 2008. Born in 2008. Died in 2024. He still had, average lifespans up in the 70s. He still had 50-something more years to live. Both of these young men are going to be forever young. Now, he also is going to go to Yale, New Haven Hospital. That's where he's going to be declared dead. Does the EMS suck? How long does it take the EMS to fucking get to a person who's been shot? And then they're both dying at Yale, New Haven Hospital. The doctor's worth a shit. Now, that's the discrepancy. They're saying he was killed on Winthrop. So maybe that's the discrepancy. So Winthrop and George is up here. Like I said, I don't know exactly how these two maps, because I only saw one common road, Derby Avenue. Was there a Derby Avenue over here? Yeah, Derby Avenue's way down here. 16-year-olds. So I don't know. But this being so close to each other, Dixwell Avenue is right there in between them. And I'm sure there's a bunch of, streets that's in between both of these. So this is Uzziah Shell, RIP to Daily Jackson and Uzziah Shell. 2 young men who didn't deserve to die. 2 young men going to school. So while they were walking to school, walking back to school, and got murdered. Now, Daily Jackson is going to get killed in a parking lot on George Street. For some reason, I wrote Christopher Santis, 25, shot in the chest. So murders and violent crime are down. Maybe this happened December 2nd, maybe the article 5 or 6 days ago. But this is the same time that the CEO had got shot. The mayor is Uzziah Shell. He's saying he's working around the clock to bring the culprits to justice. And it was suggested that it looks like he came to meet somebody and then got shot. I'm not sure. What is this? Christopher Santos, 25. I wrote that down for some reason. So, sorry. Let's see. Let's just click on one of these videos and just kind of hear a little bit about a little bit.
17-year-old gunned down.
Connecticut's Jeremy Chin.
Yeah, Mike and Keish.
This is
For Jack, he says outreach must happen.
Get it into them that they're not a chump, they're not a punk if they stay at home.
Jackson says he spoke with students at Riverside Academy, urging them to direct their future towards something productive, like getting entry-level jobs.
If they make it, they're going to be better than they are.
I need you to survive.
As the outreach continues in the community, Daily Jackson's family wants the shooter to be held responsible.
this was wrong. It was uncalled for, and we just want justice.
Justice, establishing justice. That's from the preamble. So I wrote a couple things here, just thinking about how people are outraged. Oh my gosh, Ben Shapiro is mad at the revolutionary left because some insurance guy in New York City had got gunned down, and we were supposed to have this overwhelming sense of, but you know, regular folks are being gunned down in America too frequently. Working class people, poor, homeless, regular folks have to deal with violence and insanity all the goddamn time. There's Americans living in the sewers in Las Vegas. We're the richest country in the world. Why do we have people that live in the fucking sewers? And while there's homeless in every damn city in America, the total amount of homeless is only 500,000, which means it's small enough of a problem for it to be fixed if the government gave a damn. American government doesn't give a damn. We got billions for war, billions for Social Security, billions for roads, billions for local government. Then you got Gaza. 220,000 people have been killed in Gaza, mostly women and children. So we're going to have, that's just institutional violence, right? Just going to keep killing a whole bunch of people to steal their land. What are the Palestinians supposed to do? What is baby Jesus supposed to do? Is it baby Jesus' fault in Bethlehem? What are the Palestinians, they just supposed to commit suicide? Are they just supposed to drown? That's where they were born. That's where they live. That's their land. They've been there for thousands of years, hundreds of years. 1948, so it changed in 1948. A million comes in, try to take a million other people's land. So for me, what I feel like, if the rich and powerful want me to give a damn about them, because, you know, murder is wrong. Murder is wrong. You cannot kill people. You cannot kill innocent people. But what you can't do is you can't tell me that I have to give a damn. I don't have to give a damn. I mean, my God, the callous disregard that they do with us when it comes to the homeless, the poor folks, when it comes to working class folks, brown and black folks. They don't give a damn about us, so why the fuck should we give a damn about them? Stop being fucking hypocrites. Stop being hypocrites. When you guys get fucking serious about finding the killers of Daily Jackson and Uzziah Shell in Connecticut, then I'll be able to start to give a damn about the rich and powerful. The law should protect and punish equally across the board. When a genocide and homeless people are freezing to death and routine killings are happening in America, when the value of regular people's lives are valued just as much as the rich and powerful, then I'll give a damn about them as well. But until we are being cared about, why should we have to care about the people that don't give a damn about us? They can move things. They can move and shake things. I don't have to care. I don't have to give a damn. The rich and powerful have a callous disregard for our lives, and then they're going to turn around and act shocked when that same sentiment is put back on us. So, R.I.P. to Uzziah Shell, R.I.P. to Daily Jackson. They were two young men who didn't deserve to die. And I hope that they find the killers, and I hope that they bring them to justice. I hope that they find out who did it. I hope that people come forward, enough people come forward. I hope they put out that surveillance. I hope they tell us what the vehicle was, what it looked like. Did you get a license plate? Did you get a kind of a description of the person? You know, stop being so secretive. You could put all this information out to the public, and we, the people, could look into it and maybe see something that you didn't see and come up with the lead. When it came to Gabby Petito, it was one of the public that had a video. A guy who was just driving by, had his dash cam running. He drove right by that same area, looked at his dash cam, and lo and behold, he found them two parked off to the side. They checked right around that area, and they found Gabby Petito's body. So we, the people, were able to figure out that case before the FBI, before the local and state and the other officials. So I'm just tired of the hypocrisy. And, you know, let's focus on every one of us. Every life matters, does it not? We're supposed to be pro-life, right? And we don't need a Black Lives Matter movement because Black lives just matter just as equal as anybody else. When we're sitting there doing institutional fucking murder on kids, I can't believe anyone. You know, it's our government, so we actually have a lot of people that's protesting and standing up for this shit. But our government doesn't give a shit. And apparently the people that do care, we're not able to put enough pressure on the people in power to get things changed. So, RIP to Daily Jackson, RIP to Uzziah Shell.